James Clapper now claims U.S. Intel identified a, quote, suspect to transfer DNC emails to Wikileaks, by Christina Layla for the GatewayPundit.com. Former Intel chief and criminal leaker James Clapper now claims U.S. Intel officials last year identified a suspect who transferred the stolen DNC emails to Wikileaks. The DNC emails were hacked 2 years ago, and Clapper left his post in January of 2017, and this is the first time he publicly claimed U.S. Intel identified a suspected what? In an interview with Trump-hating Yahoo reporter Michael Isikoff, former Intel chief James Clapper claimed U.S. intelligence officials last year identified a suspect who served as the cutout, quote, for Russian intelligence to funnel thousands of Democratic National Committee emails and documents to WikiLeaks. In an interview with Yahoo News podcast Skullduggery, Clapper said Intel officials were pretty confident they identified a middleman for the hacked DNC and Podesta emails. Clapper gave zero details about the suspect. We had a suspect. I don't know whether the suspicions we had at the time were conveyed to Justice Department Special Counsel Robert Mueller, or whether they were validated. U.S. intelligence officials were pretty confident at the time, but not sufficient enough to publicize it, he said. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange stated many times publicly the Russian government did not give him the hacked DNC emails. Clapper says a cutout or third-party individual was used purposefully so Julian Assange could plausibly deny the Russians were the ones who handed him the hacked DNC emails. In April, Russia used a third-party cutout to send more than 19,000 DNC emails and more than 8,000 documents to WikiLeaks and Julian Assange, attempting to cover its tracks and give WikiLeaks more degree of deniability in knowing the source of the leaks. James Clapper then went full conspiracy theory nutjob and implied the Trump campaign and the Russians were one big echo chamber. Clapper claimed Trump slamming Hillary for her health problems and scandals came from the Russians. Unbelievable. There is striking, we found parallelism between what the Trump campaign was doing and saying and what the Russians were doing and saying. Give it a rest, Clapper. We know you're a liar. It was almost like an echo chamber, particularly with respect to the witch Hillary Clinton personally and her alleged scandal and her alleged maladies, physical and mental. There were a lot of very similar themes that came ultimately from the Russians and the campaign. So in other words, he's saying that the American people don't have eyes to see, that she's a decrepit witch, so it has to come from the Russians because Americans are too stupid to see it for themselves. The irony of Clapper telling Michael Isikoff the Trump campaign and the Russians were one big echo chamber. Isikoff's September 2016 article on Carter Page was used to corroborate the Russian dossier to justify a spy warrant in one big echo chamber of lies. WikiLeaks released the first round of DNC emails in July of 2016 during the DNC convention, which caused a schism in the Dem Party after it was revealed that the DNC was working in favor of Hillary over the highly popular Bernie Sanders. WikiLeaks then dropped an October surprise on Hillary Clinton by publishing emails from her campaign chair, John Podesta. To this day, the FBI has not done a forensic inspection of the DNC server, so we still have no proof the server was even hacked. And if hacked, by whom, right? James Clapper has stated publicly that he saw no smoking gun evidence Trump colluded with the Russians during the 2016 election. Huge. Clapper just made a massive change to his story. He is now walking back his claim that Russia gave the DNC emails to Wikileaks, but they gave them to a third-party cutout who in turn delivered them to Julian Assange. Yeah, right. Wikileaks hammered Clapper on Friday in a pair of tweets from his false claims. Clapper gets literally everything wrong, tweeted Wikileaks, but admits he doesn't know who our sources are. The published DNC emails go through to May 25th, making April an impossibility. There are 44,053 emails, not 19,000. There are 17,761 documents, not 8,000. Clapper appears not to be credible. Clapper admits he doesn't know who the sources are, said WikiLeaks. The published DNC emails go through to May 25th. We read that. Clapper gets literally everything wrong, but admits he doesn't know who our sources are. Yeah, they should have put the last tweet before they interchanged it. They put the last one there. But anyway, the bottom line is, I wish all these. Could you imagine if WikiLeaks decided to just print out who the source was and everything? It would alleviate a lot of the problems. Print it out, give it the source. But that's why they're shutting Julian Assange down for that case, you know. So here, Jack Posobiec's tweet: Clapper, we had a suspect in Kremlin WikiLeaks transfer. U.S. intelligence officials last year identified a suspect who served as the cutout for Russian intelligence to funnel thousands of We know who it was. They know who it was. That's why Podesta said we should make an example of him. Come on. Come on. You know, it's like they're actually telling the American people we're too stupid to realize. Well, I got news for you, Clapper. Maybe the dumb liberals that you speak with don't know what your game is, but we, the Republicans who voted for Trump, knew what your game is, you know, and was and is and still is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.